Have you ever taken a trade using the TTM squeeze indicator and had everything aligned? You confirmed with multiple time frames, you had the stacked EMAs, everything was aligned for a perfect A+ setup and the trade didn't work out? You are not alone, my friend. This has happened to me countless times and led me to search for safer ways to use the TTM squeeze. Hello and welcome back. Dr. B here with Ready, Set, Grow. And on this channel, my goal is to share tips to help you on your financial and trading journey. If you're new here, like and subscribe. Check the description for the scans I used in the video, my social media handle, as well as a link to my Discord server. Today, we're going to talk about how the TTM squeeze can be used to safely flip shares of stocks. I normally use this indicator to trade options contracts, but lately I have been testing it out and flipping shares of stocks. What I love about this strategy is, number one, I don't have to worry about expiration dates. Sometimes the option contracts need more time, and then if they expire, I end up losing my money. So when I use it to flip shares of stocks, I don't have an expiration date and I can hold on to those shares as long as I need to. Secondly, I don't have to worry about theta and the decay that happens with trading options. And lastly, while my profit margins are much smaller flipping shares versus trading options, I find that I can safely flip the shares for small profits more consistently. Okay, let me show you how I do this. First, I run my scans looking for tickers that have fired, like I always do. I am looking for tickers that have fired from a squeeze, have stacked EMAs on all time frames that I trade, and I'm looking for aligned histograms on all time frames that I trade. And the first one that appears is MS. You can see that it has fired long on the daily and also on the 30-minute. The histograms are all cyan and the EMAs are stacked positive. With that being said, instead of taking calls on MS, I'm going to buy shares of MS. I ended up buying 100 shares of MS, and then I just wait to see how it works out for me. As you can see, I'm up just like $50, but again, I'm looking for slow, consistent profits. Another thing to note is that I already placed my sell order $1 above the price that I entered. Looks like my sell order just got filled and I made an easy $100 on these shares. I also want to point out that I didn't mind owning 100 shares of Morgan Stanley, so if I had to keep these forever, I was completely fine with that. So if you're going to do a strategy like this, make sure you're buying shares that you don't mind owning. Now you're going to see me rinse and repeat and do the same process with another ticker. I am running the same scans, looking for tickers that have fired from a squeeze. Again, I'm looking for alignment across all time frames and looking for stacked EMAs. If you look at the bottom of my screen, you see that MPC has fired long on the 2-hour. It has cyan histograms across and EMAs are all positive. Instead of buying calls on MPC, I'm going to buy 100 shares of MPC. Now that I am filled on this trade, I'm going to sit and wait to see if it respects the setup. I usually like to go in and set up my sell order $1 above what I entered at and then wait. My sell order is about to get filled and I'm going to get out of this trade with just a $100 profit. Again, I'm not looking for big gains. I'm looking for small, consistent gains when I'm trying to flip shares. I showed you how I use this strategy to buy shares when tickers have fired from squeezes. You can also use this strategy to buy shares that are still in a squeeze and wait for the burst of energy to occur once it fires. To do this, you would need to scan for tickers that are still in a squeeze, or you can do what I did and scan for tickers that have just fired. If you're buying shares while the ticker is still in the squeeze, a perfect exit would be as soon as the ticker fires from the squeeze and you sell within that strength. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Leave me a comment letting me know what you think of this strategy and if you find it useful. See you all next time.